all the bounties Allah Almighty bestowed upon the mankind, sight is one of those which instills imagination, inculcates perception, and allows us to see the wonders of nature. Losing one's eyesight is one of the biggest morbidities one can have. I, Dr. Taimoor Ashraf Khan from Combined Military Hospital, Peshawar, I'm a resident of ophthalmology. I shall be giving my today's presentation on the topic of ophthalmic surgical simulation, a new era of hands-on surgical training. This shall be the sequence of my presentation. Cataract is the most prevalent cause of reversible blindness worldwide. Despite recent advances, the current surgery of choice, phacoemulsification, has a steep learning curve, which results into a sight-threatening complication if the technique of the surgeon is poor. For ages, surgical training was based on Hill-State principle. That is, a novice surgeon is trained under the supervision of a senior supervisor, and he is taught step by step each and every surgery, and which is an effective method, but it is less efficient. There are newer methods available, like use of phacoesimulators for surgical training. It is based on the principle of non-maleficence to the patient, like never the first time on a real patient. Phacoesimulators allow real-time, virtual-based similarity-based surgical experience of the patients, on the patients. It allows the surgeons to do the surgical steps step by step with the real-time scoring. It also allows the surgeon to make a real-time assessment as well as to manage the complications of the cataract surgery as well. The objective of my study was to compare whether training on a phacolar simulator reduces intraoperative complication rates among novice ophthalmology residents learning cataract surgery. It was a quasi-experimental study carried out at Armed Forces Institute of Ophthalmology, Rawalpindi, from January 2023 to August 2023. WHO sample size calculator was used to calculate the sample size. Patients were divided into two groups, Group A and Group B. In Group A, all the patients were operated for cataract surgery with phacoemulsification surgery by surgeons who were simulator trained. The Group B, the surgeons were simulator naive. All the surgeons who had 2 years of ophthalmology residence and have passed their intermediate module of both genders were included in the study with at least 20 extracapsular cataract surgery extractions to their credit. Any surgeon who had prior experience with the phaco surgery or prior simulator training on a phaco simulator were excluded from the study. Outcomes were measured in terms of per operative complication rates of the patients. The results were significantly better in simulator trained group as compared to simulator naive group. The result of complications was like corneal edema was in 3 patients in simulator trained group as compared to 7 patients in simulator naive group. Posterior capsular tear occurred in 3 patients in simulator trained group as compared to 6 patients in simulator naive group. Vitreous prolapse occurred in 2 patients as compared to 4 patients in simulator naive group, and similar frequencies in iris prolapse, iris burn, and nucleus drop. This phacosimulated training is based on the principle of never the first time on a real patient. It allows us to learn from our mistake without even making them. It is a module-based training with a staircase difficulty, which allows us to gain our surgical skills step by step. It also allows the surgeon to manage the complications of cataract surgery as well. There are other options available like use of goat eyes and rabbit eyes for wet lab, use of reusable surgical models, and other models of phaco-simulators in the market as well. I would like to conclude that the addition of surgical simulation training is associated with a significantly reduced rate of complications, including posterior capsular tears among novice postgraduate ophthalmology residents. It is recommended that simulator-based surgical training modules to be incorporated in the postgraduate surgical training system. The surgical proficiency of the surgeon is assessed on the recommended tools like OSCAR, and performance monitoring and supervised learning is always better as compared to the simulator because a simulator simulates, doesn't teach. These are some of the references I have used. I thank you all for your patient listening.
Doctor, which year are you in? You are training of which year now?
Sir, I'm a fourth year resident
Fourth year.
in
So,
ophthalmology.
did you use the simulator or you've done the wet labs over there? In
Sir, we use simulator in FIO.
So, do you use the actual phaco probes for the simulation, or there are some other things?
Sir, actually, it is a closed system, the eyeball, closed eyeball under the microscope. It is a completely virtual stimulator base. You insert a probe, it looks like an actual probe.
Okay, so have you done a wet lab as well?
I have done the wet
How do you
lab.
compare the two?
Sir, I guess the wet lab is very good for the suturing and those steps which are not available on the phaco simulator. But for the rexes, this phaco simulator is extremely good. There is a remarkable difference in your surgical skills. Even the simulator makes a profile of you, and you keep on knowing that, the graph of your skills are increasing, and it can be shown to your supervisor as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Just for the knowledge of everyone, there are only 3 phaco simulators in Pakistan. One is in Aga Khan, one is in AFIO, and the third one I think is in KPK. So this is a very good machine, provided the trainer first uses it himself, because it has a learning curve, and only once he's trained, because this is a very, very expensive machine. And both the probes, they look alike, and you can always change on the computer whether you want to make this handpiece as a phaco handpiece, or you want to have it as a utrata or whatever. Thank you very much. We'll have the next speaker, please. कौन है? नाम बताइए डॉक्टर साहब.